every total cost is look like this. You are not here, you are still here. When you are here, your average total cost looks like this, because when you produce more, your average total costs decrease and your quantity increase. So by doing so, you can wipe out all the competition and you become monopoly, right? So what is the revenue structure of monopoly? So the formula for revenues, related formula like total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue, formula is the same. So the total revenue is price into quantity, and average revenue is equal to the price. So in all the market structures, price is equal to AR, right? Now let's talk about this example. So in example, when we talked about the table 1 of your book, in Monopoly, we find out that price is equal to AR. But did you see something? It is not equal to MR, which means price is not equal to MR and every revenue is not equal to MR, right? Plus MR can be negative. Amazing. Your revenue can be negative. The marginal revenue can be negative. So the additional product you sell here actually eating out your total revenue, right? So you see from 30 to 28, 28 to 24. So the layman concept is that we sell more, so our revenue going to be increased. No, dear. You find out that in case of monopoly, when you sell additional unit, your total revenue decreases. It means your MR is negative, right? So the tagline we discussed here was price is equal to AR. Well done. Price and MR is not equal to, price and AR is not equal to MR. And price greater than MR. See here? This is 8 and this is 6, 4. At every level you can see that price has increased, right? And then we talked about the effect, price effect and output effect with respect to monopoly. So we know that the total revenue formula is price into quantity. So if monopoly wants to increase its revenue by decreasing the price, so what is the effect? The price effect is decrease in price. What will be the opposite effect? Increase in quantity, right? So we just segregated this Q and P into 2 and we named that this is price effect and this is quantity effect. Simple. Price falls, Q increase. That's it. Right, guys? So the profit maximizing condition for, okay, there are two conditions that are same for all level of, for all kinds of market. Number one, price is equal to AR, and for profit maximizing, that MC is equal to MR or MR is equal to MC, right? So these two conditions are same for any kind of market structure, whether competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly. So the unique thing here is that the profit is maximum where you need to produce, where MC is equal to MR. And remember that one, since price is greater than MR in monopoly, so it means it always be greater than the marginal cost as well, right? If you omit the MR here price is equal to MC, but here price greater than MC. So that is the key condition or key difference between monopoly and monopoly and perfect competition. In perfect competition, price is equal to marginal cost, where in monopoly, price greater than marginal cost, right? So here we go. Where we need to produce, where MC is equal to MR. So let me draw myself so it will be more meaningful for you guys. If you see that, let's share whiteboard here. So we find out that the revenue structure is going to be like downward sloping price, and MR is less than the price. Whereas, let's draw the cost curve, every total cost, and MC crosses the ATC at its minimum. So where we need to produce, where MC is equal to MR. On every market structure, you need to produce where MC is equal to MR. So this is a, where is this point? This point is here. And why we find out this point? To find out Qmax. Why we name this Qmax? Because by producing this quantity, we will be having maximum profit. So what is the market price of this Qmax? It is on the price line. So by producing this quantity, so this is the market price. Right, guys? And what is the cost? Cost is on the cost line here. So if you see here, let me, this rectangular green line face A, B, C, D. This is called profit. Right, guys? So now you remember that the idea of MC is equal to MR will tell you Qmax, and Qmax will tell you what should be the price and what should be the every total cost. And this will tell you the maximum profit. Right, guys? So this is how this condition is, chronologically tells you where you can find the maximum profit. So let me go back to this slide here. Here we go. Right? So this is the Qmax. What is the cost? Cost is on the cost curve, which is every total cost. Price is on the price line, which is demand curve here. So this triangle EBCD is your maximum profit here, right? Then a question, can a monopoly be on loss? Answer is
yeah.
No, because it is only one supplier in the market. We can create the loss situation in the monopoly, but this is not practical. Why? Because you're sole producer and you can control the price. You will never put your price below the average total cost. Why? Because you are one sole supplier. That's it. So, and then we, raise that question that whether monopoly is good or bad. So actually, where it need to produce, let me, remove all this mess here. Sorry, guys. No, here. Where demand is equal to supply. So MC can be the supply curve and demand is the price line here. So it should produce here at this equilibrium, which is socially acceptable equilibrium. But instead, they are producing where MC is equal to MR and they are producing less than the socially efficient point. Demand is equal to supply here. So it means they are creating burden on society. They are creating wedge, right, or deadweight loss. So there are two different names: wedge, which is, and the deadweight loss. So if monopoly is so bad, then what government can do? Number one, government should, yes, government should make the monopolized industries more competitive. What does it mean? Government should make an institution who watch over whether these two companies, they are joining hands together to become monopoly, like mergers, acquisition, watch over that acquisition and merger so that the two companies becoming one company and they become more powerful and they become monopoly and they can exploit the customers. They are producing less, right? Remember, they are producing less for society. The problem is not making profit. Problem is they are producing less. They are exploiting customers. So when the government establish an institution, then government will pay salaries to the employees. And where government pay the salaries? Through taxes. And taxes going to be collected from public. So it means you are spreading deadweight loss of particular company or particular monopoly firm to all over the society. So that is not good because you are spreading the deadweight loss to all over the society, right? So that is not a practical solution. Number two, regulating the behavior of monopolies. You say that price must be equal to marginal costs, like competition. In that case, if that is good, that the monopolistically competitive firm, they will not innovate. Why? Because when they switch to a new, better production, technology, their cost gonna be, marginal cost gonna be decreased because new technology will come and they will reduce their cost. But in the eyes of law, if right now their market, their marginal cost is 8, and government say that you must charge a price according to your marginal cost at 8. A new technology come and you can reduce your cost to 4. So if you opt that production of that technology innovation, you can reduce your MC. But if you reduce your MC, the government will say that that would be your sale price. So you will be saying that if we adopt this new technology, we will produce more, but our price is going to be decreased. We will not innovate. So by doing so, regulating the behavior of monopoly, the monopoly will not go for innovation in the technology. It creates hindrance in technology. So this is not a practical solution as well. If you want to increase the innovation in monopoly, you will have to give some subsidies. And subsidies are coming from taxes. It means you are spreading the deadweight loss to all over the society, which is not a good, or practical sign. So that is also not a good practical solution. Number 3, turning private monopolies into